I still don't know what to do with my hands. I don't. But anyways, welcome back to another horrible video by yours truly. Yeah, today I asked the question: is the Thermatake P6 Core, or is wait, Thermatake Core P6? Is it a good case to pair with the 4090 in 2020? Short answer: yes, because the 4090 has this beastly heat sink that keeps it cool in any condition. I'm pretty sure it will stay cool in the Sierra Desert, minus the sand, because sand is not good for GPU, so don't try that. um, but yeah, let's get into it. So I do actually want to go over the parts to it real quick a little bit later. But the reason why I did buy the Core P6 because I did get it on sale, and this proves that you do not have to buy your piece all at once or in bulk. You can actually set a limit of how much you want. My limit was around 3,000 to 3,500, and I actually kept this build under 3,000 before tax. So it was around 290, well, 209. It was around $2,900, give or take. And after taxes, around $3,200, give or take. But I did take my time and actually open out the parts. I am staying with the AM4 processors. So that means I'm still going to be on DDR4, 3600 hertz. But I did take my time in buying the parts, and it actually started with the Core. I actually started with the Core when I actually found it on Amazon for $130. And then once I found out, I knew exactly what style of PC I want to make because it is the Snow White. So I was going to go with an all-white PC. I was going to even get some white extensions, and then that got ruined. That got ruined because of the AIO shield. I wanted to get an AIO shield for the right price, under $200, with an LCD screen on it. I couldn't find it in white. I did find a Thermatake Tough Liquid Ultra 360 AOI cooler. So we're going to hook that up, and we're going to pair that with the RYZEN 7 5800 X3D GPU to see if we can keep cool our stress test. And it's not going to be a normal stress test. I'm not going to go through like different programs or games. I'm just going to go through an 8-hour gaming session on the games that I play. And at the end of it, I'm going to see how well the heat fared stayed on. Because, and that's it. So without further ado, let's get to the parts and let's get to the building. All right, first part. Like I said, I did go with the Trident RGB. These are actually silver, not black. I think that'll actually go nice with it. DDR4, like I said, 3,600 hertz. 3,600 hertz. And I only got 2 sticks. That's all I'm putting in this build. Then the fans. I went cheap with these fans. I did go cheap. I'm not even gonna lie. And I just said, see, spending more than $100 for 10 of these. It's only $100. You can actually get, this is one thing that you probably could still get on Amazon for the price that I'm saying. And they're really not bad. They're not bad. They're mid-range. They actually are 1,800 RPMs, a little bit more than your standard 1,500 RPMs. I think they'll work well with the case. And they're all white. Now, this is what's going to mess up the colors of my build. And it is grayish. It's not white. It's more gray. But like I said, I got the perfect price for it. It was $179.99 without taxes. And the thing is about when you're paying for something, like the listed price is $239, but it usually goes on sale for $199.99. But when it drops below that, it's a steal. I always say that from working in retail, whenever it drops below the actual normal, what do you call it? Sale, the normal sale, because everything rotates in sale. I work at Best Buy, so I know everything rotates in sales. And when people ask me, is this going to be the best sale? I only tell them the best sale that it has been on, and that's usually through like Black Friday, Father's Day, Memorial Day, or back to school. Back to school, best time to grab a PC, gaming PC, laptop, best time at Best Buy to grab them. Those go on sale, and you can get Word for cheap. So if you want to do Microsoft Office, you can get that cheaper. So that's just why I got this and how it's gonna mess up my build. But when I do see it, I'm thinking of doing like a white and gray cable extensions. I hope that's gonna work out. I don't know. Good luck on the lay of it, but we're just gonna roll with everything else. Next, hey, it's 1,300. I don't even know where this actually falls on the tier list. I'm thinking it's B. I was hoping it's B. I don't know. It was hard to see. Probably C. I mean, it is from EVGA, so hopefully it'll last and won't mess up my computer. And the motherboard I am actually going to pair it with. So this is funny why I actually chose this motherboard. So I actually have a MSI X570 board, but it's black and red. And then when I got this, it was all white. And I had this one for when I did upgrade. I was going to put this in my daughter's PC. But, and the reason why I was going to put it in my daughter's PC is because it has a lot of ports. It has extra ports. And if I use her PC for streaming, I'll have those extra ports for the setups. It worked out that way. But the thing with this, it doesn't have your BIOS, flashback, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi. Other than that, it's just a mid-range. It ain't the best motherboard. It ain't the worst motherboard. It's just your mid-range motherboard. You can do some overclocking on it. It can handle DDR4 just fine. CPU, it does say that it is Ryzen 5000 ready. That's, like I said, because it doesn't have BIOS flashback, that might be a problem. But I do have a Gen 3 Ryzen, so that'll work. If I need to, I'll just pop that in real quick, get it situated, upgrade it. But yeah, that's the story behind this, because it is white. That one, the MSI one, is black and red. I just didn't think it was going to work well. This will work better with the white. Like I said, not a bad motherboard, just not. And you already know, 4090. This one is the GIGABYTE OC variant, so it is slightly overclocked by the manufacturer. So you don't have to do much more of overclocking. And yeah, the CPU, like I said, it is the RYZEN 3DX chip. All right, time to unpack this. This thing is heavy, all tempered glass. It's time to unpack this. It is all tempered glass. It's an oven. But you already know, if you already know, the case can actually, the open case or a closed case. It also can be mounted up against your wall, but the case is heavy, so you have to get the right mount and you have to get the right bracket for it. But it doesn't come with it. We're gonna open up. We're gonna find everything that comes inside of it. We're gonna put our PC, or my PC, together. Hopefully everything works out. Thank you, Nights, from Home Depot. Another place. I do have two jobs. I work Best Buy, Home Depot. You ask, how can I afford PC this expensive? Because I do have two jobs. So also, I'm opening it from the bottom, so when I flip it out, it just slides out. I think I'm smart. Am I smart? Bruh, listen. If this is not the smart way to do it, we're going to find out. Yeah, this thing. When you open this, man, when you move this around, you better eat your Wheaties. Can I get me? Can I get some props on that? Can I get some props on it? Man, this is like a small room. My gaming room is very small. So you don't know how hard this is to actually like do this. Wow. I don't see no instructions. I found where they have the instructions and all the extra stuff. I feel dumb now. I'm gonna keep that. Keep that in there. Now, taking these extrusions out. Oh. Found the extrusions, guys. The extrusions was in the back. Anti-sag bracket. I don't know if that's gonna fit, but it looks like it actually will fit. And then this is to switch it to vertical, I'm guessing. Actually came good. It comes real good. I actually like the white on it. White's beautiful. Now people was like, man, you could spray paint your AIO shield. I was like, yeah, I have seen someone do that before. And it looks nice from far away. It even looks nice on videos. But it doesn't look nice close up. It doesn't look nice once you put it in there. So I am going to keep that gray. And I'm going to keep the fans the same. I'm not going to switch the fans because those fans on the AIO shield is 2,500 RPMs. So that's really what's going to help it. I have all my hookups here. You could check the specs. I mean, it comes with a USB 3.0, two of them in the front, two 2.0s. I hope I actually have enough fan. I actually have some splitters. I might actually be able to work with some splitters on it too. And then the Type-C hookup also has your audio and your headphone jack in the front, reset and power button. All in your front. That's the back. It has plenty of space. Trust me, plenty of space for cable management. I'm going to actually have fun with the cable management. I think the only problem is going to be this one right here. It's not actually further over here for when you have to put your CPU pins in. And then the fans, I don't know if I'm going to get all the fans. I don't know how I'm going to. I'm definitely putting the AIO shield on top. I think that's where a lot of people get a little messed up here because the back cooler is right here. And the fan has to suck in air through here. Air to actually get because it starts to go better to get more air. So I think the CPU is not going to take a hit. All the other components will work better with more airflow in there. So we're going to go with that. the final. So yeah, this is the finished product. And if you did not notice, the motherboard is different from what I started off with. Start off with the ASRock. But that motherboard came in bricked, so it derailed this PC for a little bit. And actually brought upon more problems because after I found out the motherboard was bricked, when I was testing all the other parts to see if anything else was wrong with it, in my other PC, my 3070 went out. So I had to get that RMA'd. And then yeah, with the ASRock, I just returned it. And then I bought the Asus Prime for about $100 difference. The ASRock was $150, the Asus Prime is $250. I had to switch them out. So the PC actually went over $3,000 in the final build that I paid for it. It's coming underneath $3,000 in the $2,900 range. This is going above that. And I had to wait a couple weeks because the cheapest I could find this board was on Newegg, and that was being shipped from China. So yeah, that derailed it for 2 weeks. But after I got the new motherboard in, everything booted up right, perfectly, just as planned. And this motherboard, I don't know if I'm just not seeing it, but I don't find the onboard, I guess, RGB pins. I just can't find it, so I have to set it with the actual remote that came with the fans. But other than that, I actually like this board. It's getting a little it's taking a little time to get used to, especially because I'm not used to the BIOS. Never had an Asus motherboard, so I gotta get used to that. So right now, everything is just preset to their overclock, and I haven't really done anything else but do that, and then enable XMP and just like that. But what I actually like about this motherboard is SLI. It has the SLI capability, so I might be dabbing into some double graphic cards. It's not going to be two 4090s because I just can't afford another 4090s, just to be honest with you. But to get to the thing that this video was actually supposed to be about before the problems happen, and that's just to show you, like, every time you build a PC, everything's not going to go right, and you're going to need a couple things to get you by. Also, like, figure out the problems with it. And when it doesn't, just take your time, calm down, go through all the steps that you can, and if you have to, return or RMA what you can, because in a new build, everything should have its warranty. But there is a couple things that you should have, and I know a lot of people don't have another PC to work with. And like when I was calling about my 3070, they was like, did you test it doing this? Did you test it doing that? Can you put in another PC? Have you tested another graphics card? And it's like, this is my first, a lot of people is like, this is my first PC. Like, I don't have that, or I don't have a friend, that has a PC. I might be the first one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand that. They're going to ask you all the questions like that. But there's a couple things that you can get on your own. And one is a power supply tester. Definitely get that just to make sure it's not the power supply, because that's what I thought it was first. And I didn't want to try the power supply and another rig per se, because maybe that bricked the motherboard or something. But yeah, other than that, just take your time. All we have to. But yeah, this was supposed to be about the actual case, but just turned out just to be a full build just because of that problem. But I'm gonna tell you what I like about the case. I like about the case definitely the look, the aesthetic. It's clear, it's wide open. It's just not one little square that you can look through. And I actually like having that type of view. Also all the extra ports that come with it, comes with 4 ports in the front, 2 3.0s and 2 2.0s plus a type C. And for a content creator, that can really make a difference because you're hooking up a lot of things to these PCs, and if you don't have all those extra ports, and you're gonna have to buy a hub, and that hub utilizes 1 port, just having separate ports really makes a big difference in that area. And last, I like that it's a transformer. The case is a transformer. You can take apart this case and really build it to the way that you want to build it to. You can make it an open case. You can close the case. You can make it a hybrid between an open and glass case, or you can just take everything, gut it all out, put it on your wall, have it on your wall. You could make a
any type of build in this because it's big enough to handle a 4090. My other case wasn't, and like the glass was pushing up against it, and I just rolled with it that way. It didn't cause fire, but it was all right. What I don't like about the case is just really one thing. It's just the cord management. There's not that many places that the cords can actually come out. There's those two. There's a couple of them that's down here, like the power strips hooked up, and your USB-Cs and USB 3.0 hookups, and your sound quality. So all that's really funneled to one, even though they have two. Because the other one is utilizing your power supply going through it. So that's another thing. And if you're real stickler about cords and their positioning, you can help by getting some extensions. But when it comes to the fans, I went cheap on the fans. You might want to get some more expensive fans that can hide the cords better, that can loop the cords. These cords are just visible. I don't mind, but a lot of people might mind that. But all in all, I'm just excited about the build, get to play it. It's still on the last generation where you got the Ryzen 7. We got the Ryzen 5000 series still in there. And yeah, other than that, I like it. I might do some stuff like extensions or put some vinyl in front of that power supply just to make it a little bit better. Also, I do actually like, because the power supply is black. The motherboard has white and black. The CPU cooler is black. I actually like the little contrast with the black just because the 4090 is black. If I know I want an actual CPU cooler to be white, but I got a great price on it. So other than that, I do like how it looks. I like how it came out, and now I'm gonna go into gaming. Yeah, I'm a Call of Duty fanboy, so that's probably just the game that I'm gonna be chilling with, playing it, and seeing how the temperatures hold up. So yep, so we get to that part. All right, so yeah, that concludes. I just had a long session of gaming. Played with the boys for a little bit. I did some other minute tasks. I got to see everything, how they went. The motherboard, like I said, I preset it to the Asus overclock, so you'll see the CPU running in the 4.3s. It goes up to 4.6, especially when I'm gaming. I didn't catch it at 4.6 when gaming, but it goes up to 4.6. We could see the temperatures, how they went. GPU, yeah, it's just good. CPU, this is idle temps. GPU, this is idle temps. During the gaming session, the highest it went up to was 60. The highest temp for the CPU was 84. It's rated to go at 90 for something like Call of Duty. It's not really pushing it hard, or the GPU in temps either. It's not pulling that much wattage from it. It can go up what 400, 450. It's pulling average 260 to 300 wattage. It's not really going that high. Plus, it's a beast. It's big. It's chunky. The case, I can't say inside the case stays real cool. It doesn't feel too hot in my room, and I got two PCs going on, and the air conditioner's cut off just for sound. So yeah, all in all, man, I'm excited. I am new to building PCs, so I do want to get into more building. I think I want to do something retro, try some older GPUs, because yeah, my first GPU was the 3070. And I never really got to play with older ones because I was a console person until, COVID. But I got into this world of PC building, and this is just the start. Well, it's not the start, but I would say it's the beginning, and we'll see where I go from here next. I want to get into seeing about what SLI can do. NVIDIA SLI, through even Crossfire from AMD. But yeah, I'm just gonna have fun with this. I'm just gonna have fun with this. Hopefully I can make videos on my journey and hopefully get some follows. But yeah, until next time. Sure, I don't know what exit strategy. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Yeah, it's just gonna cut off. It is. It's